It has been a crazy week so far with NIO. We had earnings yesterday. We had them talking about, they announced that they're going to officially expand into Europe here in May 6th and 7th. But they also announced yesterday that they officially started the building, construction, phase 1, whatever you want to call it, of the new NIO park. And I think this is big news because of the fact of how much output this park will put out when it isn't completed, and we're going to get into that in this video. So yesterday they announced that it is going to, they started construction of this park, and it's called the NIO Park, and it's spelled N-E-O, which I think is kind of clever, you know, not N-I-O. But it's a joint venture between NIO, obviously the car company, and the Hefei government of, you know, the municipal government of China. But yeah, this is exciting because of the fact of how many cars they're able to put out.
Yeah.
It's freaking ridiculous. After this park will be complete, they're going to be able to put out over 1 million cars, or an annual capacity of 1 million cars per year, and over 100 gigawatt hour battery production. Freaking 1 million. That's nuts. That is ridiculous.
Right, especially when you compare it to what they're doing now, which you know, they want to do 10,000 capacity every month. So, you know, you do the simple math there. It's 120,000 a year that they can do. You're going from 120,000 to, you know, when this is completed, over 1 million, you know,
like just skyrocketing.
That's 10 times, you know, pretty much 10 times the capacity. That's right. That's nuts.
That is ridiculous. And I think this is fantastic for NIO. But yeah, we'll look at some of these. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say they're gonna need the capacity for, you know, they're getting into other cities in China, you know, not just the class 1 or tier 1 or 2. I forget what it's class or tier. I think it's tier cities. You know, they're getting into the 3 and 4. You know, the smaller cities, but they're still good sized cities. And expanding into Norway, which, you know, hopefully they're going to expand more into Europe as well. And then, you know, obviously at some point they're coming into the U.S. and other countries. So, I mean, they're gonna need all the capacity, which, you know, is good that they're starting this. So, you know, it would be unfortunate for them to expand into other countries without being able to, you know, meet the demand. That would be not very good. So it's good, you know, they're thinking forward, and, you know, they're going to have the capacity for when they expand.
Right. And if we look at some of the pictures that they got here of the park, so these were on the article that we were reading, and these are obviously CGI, you know, photos of the park once it's completed, and it looks like a small town. You just look at it, it looks like a freaking small town. Yeah. We can see multiple pictures here. I'm trying to get them to go over. Let's see. There we go. Yeah, like I said, it just literally looks like a small town. All these buildings, all these roads. It looks, I don't want to say these are houses back here, but it looks like little neighborhoods almost, you know, of just like buildings upon buildings. And they said that once this is completed, that this park is going to cover 11.3 kilometers, square kilometers of area. That is massive. Yeah, they said that's about 12 times the size of Tesla Fremont's factory. 12 times.
Yeah.
that is huge.
That's massive.
And just think, so Tesla's trying to put out 1 million cars. They're trying to put out 1 million cars this year. They're projected about 800 to 900,000 cars this year alone.
Yep.
And look where the stock is at right now. You know, they've had the split after like $3,000 or $4,000, and now it's pushing. You know, they got price targets well above 1,200. Even Cathie Woods, Katie Wood over there at over at Ark Invest, giving them a good old freaking bullish price target of like $3,000.
Yeah, the bullish
in the next 5 years.
Yeah, the bullish was 4. Like the average or whatever was 3, which is just crazy. And
just think, if let's say it takes them 2 years to put this park together, because it's going to take, they're only starting phase 1.
Yep. And,
you know, like you were saying, phase 1's only going to consist of like them removing the ground, leveling the ground, and building, you know, construction of the buildings. So let's say it takes them another year to finish the buildings, get production going. I'm like, if you think in 2 or 3 years, if NIO's able to put out 1 million vehicles out of this park alone, where does that put this stock in the next 3 years?
Right.
And you think Tesla's at what? Tesla's right now, like we said, you know, pushing $700, $800 after the split.
Yeah.
Like, tell me NIO's not going to grow. Tell me NIO's not going to grow.
Yeah. Especially when they become profitable, it's really going to blast off. But I mean, just being able to do 1 million, possibly like you said, in 2 years from now, going from where they are now. Last year they did it was like 44,000 or something, and then going all the way to like 1.12 million in like 3 years. That's ridiculous growth right there.
Ridiculous, almost unbelievable growth. Yeah. And they said that the total output from this park, the value will reach over $77 billion of output between cars being pushed out, between batteries being pushed out. $77 billion.
Yeah.
That is outrageous, man. That is outrageous. I think it's, I still think this is one of the bigger hunks of news coming out with NIO today.
Yeah, I mean, they're not just building, another factory that can double production. That's
right.
10xing production. that's crazy. But so the new park, it actually only took 6 months from the signing, the agreement, to actually starting construction, which is good because a lot of times I see, a big old lot, it's sold, but it sits there for 2 years before anything actually happens with it. Right. So it's good it only took 6 months. They want to get the show on the road and start, getting this done. But after the park is completed, and I think this is big news as well, after the park is completed, NIO can save around $463 per car just in logistic cost.
Right.
That, like, to me, it might not seem like a lot, but it's per car. So that, that adds up to be, a lot of money if you're selling 100,000 cars.
Yeah, just think about it though. If NIO pushes out 1 million cars out of this park alone, and they're saving $463 a car, that's $463 million in savings in 1 year.
Yeah, that they can just put right into their pocket.
Right.
So,
golly, man. And we get comments all the time of people in the comment section, NIO's not going to go, and it's dog water. Listen, you guys can believe what you want. You guys can do what you want. I am a firm believer in NIO. It's just like that one guy who was a firm believer in Tesla, bought it 10 years ago when it was dirt cheap, and now he's a millionaire. Yep. Look at him. I'm not saying that's going to happen with us, but I'm hoping so.
I think
fingers crossed.
I think all the hate comments are funny because, today NIO's down. Well, yesterday NIO was down, and just everyone in the comments just thinks, oh, NIO sucks, is down. It's like, well, I mean, think a little harder. Everything is down. Look at everything else. The whole market's down. It's not just NIO.
Everyone's a long-term play.
Right. Everyone just wants, we've talked about this before. Everyone wants just like instant gratification. Like you gotta think long-term.
Right. If you guys want the instant gratification, go penny stock trade. Right. Go trade penny stocks. That's going to get you the real money.
Right. The market goes up and down every day. It's not going to be green every day. So it's
right.
I think it's just a lot of new people that are investing in, as you said, COVID investors. So
right. That's pretty much what it is. Yeah. But that's the topic for another day.
Yep.
But yeah, so this is exciting news. We got things. I'm telling you, I'm seeing NIO. I'm really bullish on NIO in the next 5 years. I'm telling you, $300 to $500 within the next 3 to 5 years is where I'm seeing NIO sit. And I see this. It's this kind of news that makes me bullish on it because you're putting out 1 million cars. Tesla's putting out just under 1 million cars. Look where they're at. There's no reason NIO cannot be right up that alley as well.
Right. And just one little nugget of information left on the NIO park. They're going to be hiring more than 10,000 R&D staff. And just 40,000 other just skilled workers, but 10,000 R&D.
Yeah, that's massive.
You can do. That's a crazy amount of R&D, and you can do.
They're straight gonna move mountains with that stuff.
Right, like that's a lot of research going on there.
Crazy stuff going on with NIO. We got news coming out every day. We try to push all this, guys. We try to push it all to you guys to give you guys all the information that we see and all the research that we put into it as well. And obviously this is all not financial advice. This is all entertainment purposes only. We're doing what we're doing. You guys do what's best for you and your money. Always consult a financial advisor before investing and all of that stuff. Just don't do it based on a couple guys on YouTube telling you to. No. We're never going to tell you to do anything. You do what's best for you and your money. Yep. But that's going to wrap up this video. If you guys like this kind of content, hit that like, share, notification bell, all that good stuff. It really supports the channel. Also, link in the description. We got Webull down there. So if you guys want 2 free stocks in Webull, all you have to do is deposit $100. And when you do, those 2 free stocks could be valued up to $1,800. So who doesn't want a chance at $1,800 and free money? Because you're getting stocks either way. So you're getting free money out of it either way. All that stuff's down there. You got links down there for the merchandise of Stock Dudes if you guys are interested in that. And we got a link in there for the Patreon to get you into the Discord and get you access to our portfolio portfolio and the user or the Discord portfolio, where the members get to choose which stocks to put in there, and they let it ride for the end of the year. But that's gonna wrap up this video, and we'll see you guys in the next one.